Arturo Gatti and Micky Ward went through hell during their epic 3-fight series. On top of taking brutal amounts of punishment over the course of 30 rounds, both men suffered bad cuts and broken bones and somehow got up from heavy knockdowns to make it out of rounds that almost looked impossible to do so.
This should be the round of the century.
This is when boxers go above and beyond. Arturo Gatti versus Micky Ward special.
To Gatti and Ward, the only title that means anything is warrior. The only belts that mean anything are the ones that they punch each other with.
Everybody's expecting a good fight tonight.
Micky Ward starts off with a left hook upstairs.
And I think he's going to do that too.
Here's another big left hook. I think he may finally be fighting Emmanuel at his most effective weight.
The fighters who customarily give Gatti trouble have jabs.
Gatti's moving his upper body, not just moving. He's moving, bobbing, and weaving, mixing up his punches very well.
Rising to the occasion for their fighter.
Yeah.
And here's Gatti with some of that I'll give it to him in the body medicine.
Now the fight is turning out to be what we expected. Good right hand. Good right hand. Good right hand.
And Gatti
Good right hand. And he hurt him with that right hand. That's to punch.
Gatti to the body. Gatti with uppercut. Straight right hand. Oh, this is good stuff.
Well, I'll tell you what, the fans are going to get 12 rounds of action out of 10 rounds tonight.
Now they're going to get 15 rounds
more.
back.
Oh, look at that. Look at that combination.
And Arturo. Oh, Gatti's right eye is bleeding.
Yeah, to the body is at this point in the fight.
Oh, what a haymaker by Gatti. And Ward just comes right back. Gatti throwing a few change-ups and then the high hard one. Again, left-right combination landed flush. Ward bleeding heavily.
And Gatti was hurt by a left and a right.
That is hurt. Yes. And this.
Oh my gosh.
In the now legendary 9th round of their first fight, Ward landed his signature left hook to the liver, which put Gatti on one knee.
With as strong a fighter as Ward before.
And body shot again. That's the body shot.
It's the left hook to the body. Ward's money punch.
The punch had finished many of Ward's previous opponents, and by looking at the expression on Gatti's face, it seemed like the night was over for him as well.
And this knockdown counts.
And he is hurt.
This is it. He's not going to recover. It's not like a head punch.
But wincing with pain and holding the side where the blow landed, Gatti stood up when the referee, Frank Cappuccino, counted to 9. The remainder of the round had incredible swings and momentum. Ward pursued a still wounded Gatti and pummeled him for nearly a full 30 seconds after the knockdown.
He's still hurt from the body punch also still, in addition to the head.
Gatti absorbed the punishment and fired back at Ward when he began to tire.
Burton, did Ward punch himself out for the time being with that tremendous barrage in the first minute? Just look at this.
Unbelievable.
Vicious body shots by Gatti. Ward nods as if to say, come on, come on. Come on, let's fight.
Taking punches to the face seemed to act as fuel for Ward, and he came right back at Gatti and had him out on his feet several times before the bell to end the round sounded.
That's where he needs to go to the body. You know, you dream of fights, I guess, but very seldom do they live up to the expectation. This is even more than you can dream of.
Just imagine if you bought a ticket. Stop it, Frank. You can stop it any time. Arturo Gatti's out on his feet. Frank Cappuccino's going to let him keep going.
And Ward is tired. And here comes Gatti back.
Less than 10 seconds in the round. Gatti's going to survive the round.
This should be the round of the century.
They say that boxing is a blood, sweat, and tears sport, and at the end of one of the greatest rounds in boxing history, You could see all three on Gaddi's face in the corner.
I'm looking at him, and tears were coming down his eyes. He said, "Coach, just let me get up." He got up, I said, "Bounce for me." He bounced. He said, "I'll be okay."
In the 10th and final round, both men gave everything they had left in the tank and slugged it out to produce a grandstand finish.
Harold, what's your scorecard? Okay, Jim, 85-84. Micky Ward. I think that he pulled ahead with that shot that knocked Arturo Gatti down. He certainly ran for the 8th round, so I got Micky Ward up by a point. I think Gaddi's having trouble seeing out of both eyes now, Emmanuel.
Yes.
But he doesn't have trouble firing away.
And seems to have taken some
Yes, Ed, he's taking
fresh
it
air
in.
from it.
And he's winning his fight now.
This is the way it has to end.
Arturo Gatti, Irish Micky Ward, two of the most honest fighters in the sport of boxing, circa 2002. A fight straight out of the 1950s.
Ward would end up winning the fight by a majority decision, and the two fierce yet hugely respectful rivals agreed to an immediate rematch 6 months later.
One question. Do you guys want to do this again?
I would love to. I would love to get a rematch if it's possible, and I think we should do it again.
We can do it, we'll do it.
You're getting most of the money is what you're trying to say.
Hey, we can talk, you know.
We've been money.
It's a great fight and two great warriors, you know. It's honesty, and he's an honest
We had a
guy.
great fight together. I think we should do it again.
And Micky Ward and Arturo Gatti start again with what may or may not be round 11 of their hellacious 10-round fight in May of this year. Gatti throwing a lot of punches early on. He was the more active fighter in the first fight, throwing 76 punches around.
Forget about the old fight.
Good sharp right hand lead by Arturo Gatti, followed up with a left hand, instead of working to the body.
Whoa, what a good right to the body by Gandhi that time.
That's more than he'd like to throw. He wants to get it to 25. There's the first rocking left hook from Ward. It caught Gatti flush on the chin. And now he gets it to the body. And the right hand lands across the top. And now here comes Ward's first big rally. Doesn't believe in it the way he believes in the other weapons in his arsenal. There's Arturo firing punches into Ward's guard. And now he lands the uppercut and lands a follow-up right hand big.
The most dramatic sequence of the rematch took place in the 3rd round when a thunderous right hand from Gatti ruptured Ward's left eardrum and sent him to the canvas via the corner post.
Who has been at the helm of Ward's boxing career pretty much done. There's a great right hand by Gatti. And Micky Ward goes down. You don't see that very often.
Strikingly similar to Gatti in round 9 in their first fight, Ward wobbled all over the place after beating the count and then barely survived a sustained follow-up attack from Gatti.
Picking Ward off with a solid right hand shot. Let's see if Arturo can finish. Solid right hand there. Uppercut landed. Ward still punching back.
When Gatti momentarily stopped punching, Ward dropped his gloves and urged him to come forward and fight. Almost on cue, Gatti countered with a huge right hand that sent Ward staggering into the ropes. Not only did Ward stay on his feet after absorbing the punch, he somehow rallied to hurt Gatti with his signature liver shot in the final minute of the round.
Last fight.
Age has got nothing to do here, Larry. Forget it. Don't even go there.
What a right hand by Micky Ward. Momentarily stops Gatti in his tracks. Now he lands the left hook to the liver. Gatti's frozen. Arturo's hands momentarily froze as Micky Ward nailed him with that body shot.
This is a fight.
What an unbelievable lift it'll be for Ward if he can survive what he took from Gatti in this round. They're doing it again in Atlantic City. Gatti Ward 2 already lives up to expectations.
For the remainder of the fight, the pace was competitive, but Gatti clearly won most, if not all of the rounds, by boxing off the back foot and unleashing quick combinations, particularly to Ward's body.
Arturo showing some rare defensive skills and flurries off the ropes to nail Ward.
Ooh, a good right to the body by Gandhi there. Those punches hurt.
Was to press his own body attack and try to take a lot of starch out of Ward. He's landed some great body shots. Ward's holding up reasonably well. Double left hook, upstairs, downstairs by Gatti. Body shot followed by a vicious left hook to the chin by Ward. Great uppercut by Gatti. Ward is stunned once again. Shakes his head and comes right back. Big swelling under the left eye of Ward now.
Ward did manage to land some good shots from time to time, but he clearly had trouble keeping his equilibrium due to his ruptured left eardrum.
His most effective of the fight, he dominates from start to finish and rips Ward with a right hand that sends him stumbling back to the corner. I've been boxing for 30 years. Ideally, I'd like 2 more fights. This one, a battle with Castasu, bye-bye. The left hook to the liver for 4 or 5 rounds. Good short right hand inside by Gatti. Knocked Ward back. Oh, terrific left hook to the body by Gatti. Ward with a counter left hook that works. And his discipline in executing it. Ward catches him with 2 right hands. A counter right and then a big right cross that followed.
Gatti has made a mistake in the last 3 rounds. He laid off and boxed.
We'll see what happens in the last minute and a half of the round.
That's what he's better do.
I think he heard your advice, George, and I think he feels the same way. But he's going to leave some openings for Ward if he does that. And there's a huge left hook.
How else can it end?
Oh my goodness.
Show them the love.
Crowd on its feet in proper tribute to the 2 most compelling boxing performers of the year. Nights at the ring that they'll never, ever forget.
After the final bell, Gatti won by a lopsided points decision to avenge his previous defeat to Ward, and with the scores now at 1-1, a third meeting to settle the trilogy was agreed to take place 7 months later.
Do you think that a third fight between you is warranted?
Well, I have to thank God we're both healthy. We fought a great fight tonight. It's 1-1, so a third one I wouldn't mind.
Fans were unsure of what to expect in the third fight, as Gatti was the convincing winner in the rematch, and Ward had expressed a desire to retire after facing Gatti one last time. But Ward's spirit and commitment would still be there, as was Gatti's, and the rubber match between the 2 warriors was arguably the most dramatic of the trilogy.
This has the feel of the old Madison Square Garden.
Only with that black and white television.
For the first 3 rounds, Gatti controlled the fight with the same stick and move strategy which he executed to near perfection in their previous meeting, and Ward was only able to connect occasionally.
Because at a certain distance, Micky's legs is just a little bit spread kind of wide.
Good left hook to the body by Gatti.
Ward is going to have to start punching more.
Little counter right hand, but it's mostly Gatti.
Sort of waiting until he finishes a series of punches. He should come right back immediately.
Like that. Yeah. Oh, big 1-2 by Arturo. It's all Gatti through the first 3 rounds. You might draw the conclusion from these first 3 rounds that Arturo Gatti has learned everything he needs to know about Micky Ward.
In the fourth round, the tide of the fight immediately changed when Gatti broke his right hand on Ward's hip bone.
He moves beautifully, gets a double, triple shots.
There's a right hand by Gatti, and he grimaces in pain.
Ward took advantage of the situation and went on a relentless attack, landing power punches to Gatti's head and body.
Gets the hell out of there before Micky Ward can counter. Nice job by Earl Ward. This is a terrific referee.
Yep, but Arturo Gatti took a shot and is now in trouble and getting pummeled by Micky Ward.
It was a body punch. A body punch started this.
Appears almost certain at this point that Arturo Gatti feels as though he's broken his right hand. And Micky Ward has taken advantage to pound him.
After coming through Ward's onslaught, Gatti mostly used his left hand and grimaced on the occasions when he landed his right hand.
Ward's back in it now, back in it in a big way. Five straight left hooks by Micky Ward. Gatti coming back, using the left hand.
Yeah, the right hand is definitely hurt. They may have to end up stopping the fight. Substitute another athlete. You can't do it in boxing. The whole team is Gatti.
Arturo wants to throw his right hand and just can't. Micky Ward landed a haymaker shot. Gatti showing great courage as he tries to get Ward off of him with one hand. Five straight left hooks. Seven left hooks. He mixed in one right hand. Here comes Ward. Crowd on its feet.
This is what they came for.
High drama in Atlantic City.
My hand. What you want me to do? My right hand. What you want me to do? I gotta keep going.
In the fifth round, Gatti used his broken right hand more frequently, partly because it had gone numb, but mostly because he was willing to go through the pain barrier to land it on Ward.
How about the courage it takes for Arturo to be throwing right hands at this point?
Unbelievable.
I mean, how do you even let it go?
It gets numb, and really the next day after.
There's a cut on the left eye now of Ward.
One of the greatest of cutmen in his corner. He was cut in the second round of the first fight, and Gavin easily kept him in the fray. Micky Ward lands a solid straight right. Gatti with a huge left hook. Ward with a left hook.
Gatti looked to be back in complete control of the fight in the sixth round, but in the final 5 seconds, some of his hard work was undone when a looping right hand from Ward caught him on the side of the head and put him down.
Down goes Arturo on a wide swinging right hand.
I think it was mostly from balance.
Gatti was able to beat the count, and the bell sounding kept Ward from being able to capitalize.
Micky Ward, who was falling behind on points, now has a leg up to get back into the fight.
With there being no more than a round in the scoring of the fight, both men looked to take the initiative and traded heavy leather throughout an incredible back-and-forth seventh round.
Round 6 just made this fight winnable for Micky Ward. And God damn it, you gotta give him an extra point. This was a clean knockdown.
And he hurt Gatti with the right hand. Hurt him badly. And here comes Arturo trying to fight his way off the ropes.
It's turning out to be Ward's right hand against Gatti's left hand. There it is again.
To counter over it with the right. And he's taking advantage. So Arturo has to keep throwing. And now Arturo's left eye has opened up and begun to bleed. Look at Arturo firing that broken right hand. Micky Ward
Left
done
hook,
by
left
a left hook.
Left hook.
Can Gatti follow up?
I never thought I would see anything as exciting as the first fight. This is equaling it, and maybe more so for power punchers.
This seventh round.
Yeah, especially when you consider the drama that one guy fight with his head broke.
Reminiscent of the 9th round in the first fight.
And no championships involved. And you get more action in the 10 rounds than we normally get in a 15-round fight.
This is another incredible fight.
In rounds 8 and 9, Gatti pulled away on the scorecards after going back to his stick and move strategy. Ward never stopped coming forward throwing punches, but he couldn't land anything significant.
Every time they get close, uppercut lands.
In the corners before the 10th and final round, Gatti was told to box and not slug, while Ward was told to give it his all as it was the last round of his career.
We gotta close the show big, but no slugfest.
The last fight of your career, fight hard, baby.
However, Gatti went against the instructions of his corner and went toe-to-toe with Ward to produce a fitting end to their historic series of fights.
Micky Ward, the older fighter, can't catch him. Arturo Gatti dominating with his effective aggressiveness and his clean punch.
And the corner of Gatti told him to just box, but the Warrior has taken over, and he's going to fight this round.
Now Arturo Gatti has rebuilt his career and rebuilt himself as a fighter. That after the adversity he faced in this fight, with a damaged right hand and down in the 6th, he has come back to dominate. Who may finally be in position to try to fight for a title one more time.
Great left hook by Ward right there. Great left hook. To the head.
To start one last rally. And a hard right hand by Ward. Micky Ward gonna unload the kitchen. Find out everything he's got left.
Gatti is about to go down if he got hit with his bit of rope.
The only title they fight for is the memory of their great 3 fights against each other. This is called getting your money's worth. And they rise again in Boardwalk Hall. They're done. What Micky Ward and Arturo Gatti share together, only they know. Only they can touch it. Only they can feel it.
Gatti would end up winning the fight and the trilogy 2-1. But this was just a footnote as described by Jim Lampley in the Gatti Ward episode of Legendary Night.
That combination landed and was just trying to cover up and get through the round.
Bill Borza yelling at the referee that Kelly's been thumbed in the eye.
Look at me. Are we trained to fight with no eyes or not? Look at me. We are trained to fight with no goddamn eyes. You got that?